Hello, good evening, everybody. Um, we are going to begin in a few minutes. Official time for the start of this meeting is 8 p.m. So let's give a few minutes for everyone who is going to participate in the meeting to join in, and then we'll begin in earnest. We have the representatives of two universities already present. Um, EU Business School, that's Louis, and we have Jade Fang from Yorkville University in Canada. You're welcome. Please let's give a few minutes for everybody to join in and then we'll begin. Welcome everybody. Please let's do well to mute our microphones as we come in. We are going to begin in a few minutes. We're just giving a little time for other people to join in before we start officially. The representatives of the universities that we are going to hear from tonight are already present. So let's do well to get our notepads and pen down our questions that we'll get to ask as the meeting progresses. Um, Welcome everybody. And hello everybody, good evening once again. We're going to begin now. Every other person who is joining in would meet us at any point that they come in. My name is Victor and I'm going to be your anchor for tonight. This is Scovers Education, a study abroad firm. Our headquarters is in Abuja here in Nigeria, and then we have a lot of satellite locations across Nigeria. So basically, our ideals are to make study abroad affordable for every class of people or every class of persons, Nigerians, whether you have a lot of money and all you're looking for are A-list universities, that's places like Harvard, like Yale, or you have average grade and then you have a budget, or you don't have any money at all. Now that doesn't make a lot of sense. Study abroad, you need to have a budget. So when I say you don't have any money at all, just know that I'm talking about those who do not have a lot of money. So you want to study outside Nigeria, but your budget is very low. So for those class of people, we also have offers, and this is what our webinars are usually about. Our partners are present and they will present about their various institutions, and then you get the opportunity to look at these institutions and go for the option that you deem fit. What works with your budget? What works with your plan? For example, we have EU Business School in the house today, and Lewis is going to be presenting shortly. If what you're looking for is what he has to offer, what his institution has to offer, then you will get to ask questions further. And if you're convinced, then we begin the application process. That's the whole idea behind the webinar. You are informed about the institution, you make a decision, and then at the end of the day, you start the process, basically. The whole idea of this is to help you to make decisions, because a lot of people want to leave Nigeria, they want to go study in these various countries, but some are not sure on what to do, and others are not sure on which of these offers fits into their budget. That's why we're here. So tonight, as we listen to the various speakers from Europe and then from Canada, although Canada is the time zone is many hours behind, we advise, we counsel that you pay close attention, pen down your questions and ask them, so that at the end of the day, when you're coming to our DMs, it's just going to be direct. This is my name. I am interested in this university. I'm interested in this location. How do I begin? That should be the conversation we should have in our DM. You should try as much as possible to ask all of your questions when it gets to the session for questions. So if you have questions, you can do well to pen them down. And then when we get to the sessions where we begin to ask questions, you can ask all your questions directed at the person who is bringing the offer you're interested in. So without further ado, we are, okay, I can see this is Chi, representative of Yorkville University. Okay, welcome Chi, welcome. Thank you for finding time to honor our invitation. We're going to have you shortly. And okay, so we're going to start with EU Business School. We have just two amazing institutions presenting tonight. So we're going to, I think we would have up to 10 minutes for presentation. Let's say 10, 12, 15 minutes. Just make sure that the presentation tonight is not rushed. You have enough time to talk about the various perks of your institution, so that people who are present in tonight's webinar and those who are going to watch it after this period will be able to get all the information they need to be able to make proper decisions. So without further ado, we're going to go to EU Business School, and
all right, fantastic. Should I start?
yeah, please go ahead. Thank
All
you.
right. Well, thank you. First of all, thank you so much for those welcoming words, and I want to welcome everyone as well. Hello, hola, bienvenidos, welcome, bienvenue, barka da sua, ekabo, and no. So my name is Luis Aguilar from EU Business School, and tonight I'm going to be presenting you a little bit of what our business school has to offer. We are one of the top business schools located in Europe. and we are a network of 4 different campuses. Um, so we are based in, first of all, Geneva, Switzerland, in Barcelona, Spain, and also in Munich, Germany. I'm gonna ask also everyone in the call to please mute themselves so that the sound can go smoothly. So before I start with my short presentation, I just want to share this quick video with you.
Habari na karibu.
Hello, Akwaba.
Mwiriwe murakaza neza.
Salibonani and welcome.
Looking for a world-class business education?
At EU Business School, you unlock endless opportunities.
With campuses in Munich, Geneva, and Barcelona, and a global network, you'll find an environment designed for success.
You'll gain hands-on experience and connections that will make you stand out in the job market.
Join a place of leaders and take your career to the next level.
And join our international community.
At EU Business School, your future starts here.
So what are you waiting for? Discover more here.
Ateja.
Tuonaneni hivi karibuni.
Tuvalindiride.
Bientôt.
Great, fantastic. This is just a small welcome from our African community at EU Business School, which I'm very happy to say that is growing. We have people from all over Africa, but not only Africa, but all over the world. So, ladies and gentlemen, EU Business School, kindly confirm if you can see my presentation, just to be sure.
Yes, please.
All right, fantastic. So, ladies and gentlemen, I mentioned that we are one of the top business schools in Europe, and I want to just make something very clear, is that at EU Business School, students can study only business-related programs, yeah? However, the great advantage of business is that it can be applied to very different things, yeah? In fact, business is used everywhere. I always put as an example the music industry, which we know that there are various artists, especially in Nigeria, in the Afrobeats industry. These are all people that are artists, but they need business skills in order to be known all over the world. That's how we can know Wizkid here on this side in Germany or in Spain. That's how we know Burna Boy, because they all have business skills. So be sure that business is something that can be applied for anything you would like to apply it to. So in EU Business School, fantastic. Who are we? We are originally from Switzerland, yeah. And that's where we started. But also in Switzerland, they have the so-called Swiss values that are in international mindset, pragmatical approach to learning. And that's what we have been carried to the other campuses as well. I mentioned that we have 3 physical campuses and 1 online campus. These are in the amazing cities of Barcelona, Spain. We also have 1 campus in Geneva, Switzerland, and also 1 in Munich, Germany, which is the campus where I'm currently calling from. I mentioned also that we have a digital campus. Many of our programs are available also digital, yeah? Just to take you a little bit about these campuses is that Barcelona, remember, is in Spain. And it is the biggest campus that we offer in EU Business School, and it's an amazing city to study. We offer different courses depending on what you really like to do in business. Like we have masters in fashion and luxury business. We also offer management. We offer also an MSc, that's a Master's of Sciences in International Management. And then we also offer bachelor's and MBA courses, okay? Something that I really like about Barcelona is that, yeah, it's an amazing city, as you can see from the pictures. It's not only that you are next to the beach as well, but it's a very dynamic city. And in fact, we have a lot of Nigerian students coming here to Barcelona because the culture is also very similar. You know, Barcelona is warm. People like to go out a lot. Also, there is a very dynamic startup scene in Barcelona. And I think that's why some of the reasons why students from Nigeria feel really attracted to Barcelona. You know, when you study with us in Spain, if you're coming for a master's or an MBA or a state-recognized bachelor's degree, also Spain offers the opportunity for you guys to ask for a job-seeking visa after graduation, meaning that if you graduate from EU Business School to some of our programs, you can then get a job-seeking visa to look for a job in Spain for at least 1 year. But obviously, if you have 1 job in Spain, it's possible to extend that, yeah? So that's the Barcelona campus. Then we have the Geneva campus, which I mentioned is the main campus. It's based in Geneva, Switzerland. And Geneva is a beautiful city that is super clean, super safe. It's in the heart of Europe. So it's amazing also for traveling. And Geneva we offer the same programs as well. And you can do a master's, you can do an MBA, or you can do a bachelor's. Yeah. And Geneva is an amazing city for those that would like to study international relations because it's home to diplomacy, it's home to the United Nations, to other international organizations. They're all based in Geneva. I won't say it's a very cheap city to live, but also salaries are super high. Actually, Switzerland has the highest salaries in the world, so it's a very interesting city because of that, and also it's super international. There we go. And then if I'm moving to where I live right now is Munich, Germany. The Munich campus is also a very international city. Munich is one of the biggest cities in Germany and also one of the major economic hubs. Yes, there are many industries like the car industry. We have the engineering, the insurance companies, and also the financial sector that are super big in Munich. And something that is also getting very big in Munich is the IT sector. In fact, it's trying to become the IT capital of Germany and one of the IT capitals of Europe. So if you're interested in that, we offer very specific programs where you can do a master's or an MBA or also a bachelor's in even information systems mixed with business. Yeah. Also, Germany right now, it offers the opportunity, just like in Spain, for students that finish to apply for a job seeking visa after graduation, where you can stay as long as you're working if you find a job here in the country. Last but not least, and this is something that it comes very handy, is the digital campus. Something that is super important about EU Business School is that you can do the transfers in between campuses. Yeah. What I mean by this is like, remember, we have these 4 campuses, and students have the opportunity to do transfers if they wish to in between these 4 campuses. One very good example is that, let's say, it's very well known in Nigeria that when students want to study in Germany, the visa appointment takes a little bit long. So some students opt to start their first year of studies if they're coming to a bachelor's in the digital campus, or they would like to go to Geneva first, and then from there you can transfer to Munich. Yeah. So this is something that is super popular, and that's one of the flexibilities of EU Business School, that you can transfer in between campuses. Yeah. So yeah, this is some information about the campuses where we are located. So we are in Europe, and I have very good news for you, because sometimes as English speakers, we think, oh, but why do I study in Europe if I don't speak Spanish, I don't speak German, I don't speak French? Well, in EU Business School, you don't need to speak any of the languages because everything is taught in English. Yeah. And this has a very simple reason. We have an international community and student body. We are over 163 nationalities on campus. We are the most diverse university in Europe, according to QS. And this is because we have people from literally all over the world. And that's also one of the reasons why everything is taught in English. Fantastic. Just to be very sure, can we still see my presentation? If some of the people of the staff of Scovers could just confirm for me, and then I will continue. Victor.
Yes, please. We can still see your presentation.
All right, fantastic. Thank you so much. I just needed to confirm that. So now I mentioned that you can study in English any of these programs, yeah, but also see it as an advantage because you will have the opportunity to learn another language. You know, nowadays in the international job market, it's not only enough if you speak English. It's way better if you know a second and even a third language. Now, you guys in Nigeria, a lot of you have the great advantage of already being bilingual or even trilingual. Some of you might speak English as a first language, but you also have Yoruba. Some people speak also Hausa. Why not adding German or Spanish to that formula? Why not adding French? You know that this brings a lot of advantages. And in some campuses, like the campus in Munich, you can learn German with us without any extra cost. Yeah. So this is something that is super important for us, is the international mindset, and to give you guys the skills to be very employable wherever you want to be. And because of that, also, I mentioned about the diversity. We have like a very international student body from 163 different nationalities. Yeah. Now, something that is also very, very important for us before I finish is Sorry, I think that we have some questions. Because of the sake of time, I will please ask you to just put them in the chat box, or we will cover that at the end. Yeah. So something that I wanted to show you is also the career opportunities in EU and after graduation. Yeah. We, as you see, like in EU Business School in Europe in general or around the world, if you study at EU Business School, we have an amazing network of companies that work with us. We have a very high success rate of employability after graduation. For bachelor's is a 93% within 6 months after graduation. Also for master's and MBA is a 91. So you can see that our students work in very different environments because business can be applied to anything. So it can be IT, consumer goods, pharma and healthcare. It can be retail. It can be managing consulting and many more. So be sure that business is a subject that you will be able to apply no matter where you want to go, except maybe medicine to become a doctor, of course. But just think about that also doctors that own their own hospital have business skills, right? Because a hospital at the end of the day is just like a business. Okay, perfect. And now last but not least, before I give the microphone away, is also the importance of knowing what our tuition structure is. All right, so these are our tuition fees. Perfect. So if you're interested in a master's, this is all per term or per semesters. So the masters are 1 year with us, and they have 3 terms. So the price per term or the tuition per term is 5,450 euros. Okay, and the bachelor per semester is 7,050 euros. Okay, that means that the year for a bachelor's is around 14,100 euros, and the whole tuition for a master's is around 16,350 euros. That's the exact amount. All right. Obviously, if you have more questions after this or like very specific questions about which program and what is the tuition, then I will definitely encourage you to please get in touch with Scovers and also check what could be the best program and what could be the best option for you, the best campus to study at EU Business School. All right. So then I will say that I'm done with my part. So before I finish, I just want to mention and do a last question before we pass to the next session is that the world is changing and EU Business School is ready. So the world is changing and EU Business School is ready. I want to ask you guys if you're ready for this change, because here in EU Business School, we are ready and we are ready to create success stories. All right, perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Luis. That was a powerful presentation. So I think we had a couple of questions in the chat box. Please let's take notes that we would have a session dedicated to questions after the presentations. And the presentations are going to, like the whole session is not going to be for so long. So let's just be patient. As Luis was speaking, whatever questions you had, I hope you jotted them down. Very soon after the second presentation, we are going to have time to answer all the questions that have been asked and those that will still be asked. So very quickly, we're going to go to the second presentation for Yorkville University by Chi Kim. Please, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Victor, and thank you everyone for attending the webinar today. My name is Chi from Yorkville University and Toronto Film School. I will have a presentation today for you to know more about our program. I will share my screen, and please let me know if you can see my screen. You can raise your hand or have an emoji of, or give me an emoji when you see my screen. Can you guys see my screen? Yes, Victor, I saw you raise your hand. So assuming that you guys can see my screen now, let me start with our presentation. In order to have the best experience when you are listening to my presentation, I recommend that you mute yourself so you can hear me clearly. So first, Welcome to Yorkville University. Welcome to the excellent experience you are going to have at Yorkville. At Yorkville, our goal is to transform the future through education. Today, I will talk about our program, our scholarships and admission process, all the information you need. First, Yorkville University, we actually started since 2004, and up until today, we are having campus from coast to coast in Vancouver, Toronto, and in New Brunswick. For the purpose of international study, I will pay attention to our campus in Vancouver and Toronto today. The first program I would like to mention is the Bachelor of Business Administration program. This BBA program is an accelerated program. It's really flexible. It allows you to complete the program within 2.5 years only, instead of 4 years as a regular bachelor. At Yorkville University, we keep our class size really small, so you will receive the full hands-on support from your faculties. After you graduate from this BBA program, you are even eligible for up to 3-year post-graduation work permit to work in Canada. If you already completed the post-secondary education back in your home country, you also have the opportunity to transfer the credits to this BBA program to shorten the time of the program and also to save on tuition too. We actually have multiple intakes for you to choose from. We are having January, April, July, and October intake. And at Yorkville University, we do understand that the journey from your country to Canada is such a long journey and it has a lot of challenges. That's why we are here to support. We have a lot of students supporting us services to help you with whatever need you have when you are coming to Yorkville University. We are offering some bursaries and scholarships for this program too, which I will talk more about later on. And our BBA program actually come with different specialization to tailor your needs based on your field of interest. We do offer BBA general, and also we offer different 4 specialization, which are accounting, supply chain management, project management, and energy management. As you can see in each specialization, you also have the opportunities to have some professional designation when you graduate. Let's take accounting as an example. So when you graduate from our BBA accounting program, you will also meet some prerequisite for the CPA exam, and then you can move to the next step to prepare for the exam. Similarly, you can get PMP or CAPM or CSCMP for supply chain. When you graduate, you will also have some professional designation with you, which will make you really outstanding in the competitive job market. And business is really flexible. So when you graduate, you can work in different sector, different industry. Our student graduated and they are all over the places now. They are in finance, IT, healthcare, real estate, or even health industry, all over the places. Another program offered by Yorkville University is a Bachelor of Interior Design. This Bachelor of Interior Design program is accredited by CIDA, RIDO, and IDC. It is also an accelerated program which allows you to complete in as few as 2.5 years instead of 4 years as a regular bachelor. We also have multiple intakes for you to choose from among January, April, July, and October. After you graduate from this program, you are also meeting some prerequisite for the NCIDQ exam. And this Bachelor of Interior Design program is really holistic. So when you graduate, you will be able to design different type of properties. You will be able to design different type of property, including residential, healthcare, or hospitality. Or if you want to work on the management side, you also can become facility manager or project manager of the building. Yorkville University also provide another very unique program. So this program is a Bachelor of Creative Art. It's for everyone who has interested in creative art discipline. So this Bachelor of Creative Art called BCA program is offered in Toronto. This is a completion degree, so you can complete it within 2.5 years. I'm sorry, you can complete it within 2 years only. And in order to be eligible for this program, you will need to have a diploma in creative art discipline. If you don't have any diploma in creative art discipline yet, don't worry, you can consider the diploma program of our sister school, Toronto Film School. And we also have multiple intake for this program in January, April, July, and October for you to choose from. The pathway you can imagine is that you will start with creative diploma. After that, you will transfer to this BCA program for 2 years. And after this pathway, you will have both a diploma and a bachelor degree, and you are eligible for up to 3-year post-graduation work permit to work in Canada. This Bachelor of Creative Art program will open a lot of opportunities for you in the creative industry. You can work in different creative art industry like graphic design, filmmaking, copywriting, or video game design, animation, everything related to creative art. Here is the admission requirements for our bachelor degree program. First, you will need to fill in the application form and pay the application fee. Because you attend the webinar today, we can waive the application fee of $150 for you. After that, we will need from you a copy of the passport, English proficiency certificate if your first language is not English. We also need your high school transcript, your resume, your summary of experience if you're applying for BCA program. And for BID, we will need a statement of intent from you. After you are admitted, you will pay the deposit of $3,500. And after this deposit is received and you are eligible, we will issue the necessary documents for you to apply for study permit. Now, let's talk more about the benefits you will have when coming to study at Yorkville University. First, at Yorkville University, we offer really flexible payment plan. You don't need to pay everything upfront. You even can pay your tuition by month without.
So let him remove it again and let's see
Hello. I would like to remind everyone to mute yourself. Okay, great. So, yeah, you can pay your tuition by term or even by month without any interest. You have multiple intakes to choose from in January, April, July, and October. After you graduate from the bachelor degree of Yorkville University, you are not only just eligible for the up to 3-year post-graduation work permit, but you also will become highly desirable professional in Canada with the professional designation you have in your specialization. And if you already completed the post-secondary education back in your country, you can transfer the credits to Yorkville University to shorten the program duration and also save on tuition. And I'm pretty sure that this last point is something that you really want to listen about. At Yorkville University now, we are offering both scholarships and bursary. So bursary is $10,000. If you are admitted to our BBA program, you will be eligible for this $10,000 bursary, which will be prorated into your tuition based on the credits. And on top of that, if you are having the GPA of more than 80% of high school or of your post-secondary education, you can get an extra $10,000 scholarships too. So in total, you have the opportunities to get up to $20,000 of scholarships and bursaries from Yorkville University. Also, when you come to Yorkville University, we really want to prepare you for success. So that's why we have all the supporting services for you. First, let's talk about the career services we are offering. So you can access all of the career support since you start the program. We have many online support which you can access 24 hours. We also have the job board for you. So you can go to the job board and look for any available position and apply directly from your student portal. And also, when you come to Yorkville University, we want you to feel safe. We want you to feel welcome. We want you to have excellent academic experience, and we also want you to be able to explore Canadian culture. So we have many activities for you to understand and to explore the Canadian culture. We have different game night, game jams, we have different market, and we have different activities for you to join, socialize, and make friends. And if you need any academic support, we have the entire team in academic, in finance, in whatever you need to support you. You just need to reach out. And now we would like to talk a little bit about Toronto Film School. I have a video here. I will open the video, and after that, we would like to invite Jade, my colleague, to talk more about Toronto Film School. So I will play the video now. Victor, can you let me know if you are seeing my screen with the video or you are still seeing the presentation?
It is still the presentation.
So let me share the screen again. Now let's watch the video.
The act of creation is
That's what this school is. This is people with ideas getting together.
Now let's get to know more about Toronto Film School. Jade, over to you.
Thank you, Chi, for sharing this. Hello, everyone. My name is Jade, and I am also the International Admission Advisor from Toronto Film School and Yorkville University. I'm very thrilled to share with you about all the opportunities that are wait at Toronto Film School. Whether you're looking to dive into the film production, game design, or other creative fields, Toronto Film School offers the top-notch programs led by the industry experts to help you reach your goals. Next page, please. So, known for our hands-on and also career-focused approach, Toronto Film School is the places where creativity meets the real-world experiences. Our school is located in downtown Toronto, which is one of the most diverse and vibrant cities around the world. With the support of the government from the film and television industry and also the graphic design and the video game industry, we do have a very high marking growth within this recent years. And coming to the right of the screen a little bit, there are a tons of blockbusters, which is just a very part of our Luminize Great World across all of our programs. So you can see that there are some very famous ones from Disney, like called Lion Kings, and also the ones that Aquaman and some Oscar-winning award 1917, and also Schitt's Creek and Pikachu. I assume that at least you have heard about one of this, and those are all the films that is produced or acted by our alumni in the industry. We are one of the best film school, not only in North America, in Canada, and also around the world. Here, we are having 3 campuses in downtown Toronto and giving students the opportunity to connect with one of the North America's most, I would say, vibrant and biggest entertainment hub. Our goal is to make sure our students can graduate with the skills, confidence, and also the industrial connections to thrive in the chosen field. A little bit. We do have 6 different programs across 3 industries, from film production, acting for film, TV, and theater, and also writing for film and TV. For the video games, we also have 2 programs coming across the front line and also the backward. It's video game design and animation, which helps students to learn about 3D modeling and character buildings from the front line of video games, and also the video game design and development, which covers the project language about the backward in the video game design. Another thing we're creating is the graphic design and interactive media. So this is a field more related with the UX, UI design, connected with the user-friendly interfaces. So all these diploma programs are 18 months diploma, except for the graphic design and interactive media. It is a 12 months long diploma. So after the graduation with the Toronto Film School, you could have the chances to get to the Bachelor's of Creative Arts degree at Yorkville University, as she introduced. So if you wanted to have a little bit more of the explorations about these programs and how you want to build up your own project and entrepreneurs after your graduations, Yorkville University is helping you to reach that. And also, Yorkville University's Bachelor's degree will help you to grant the post-graduation work permit in Canada, and you could use that to work in Canada. So we have 4 intakes every year from January, April, July, and October for both Toronto Film School and also Yorkville University. Our location for this program is in Toronto, and you could finish that program in as few as 2 years to get up to 3 years PGWP. So that's saying you will graduate it in 3 years to 3.5 with a diploma from Toronto Film School and also a degree from Yorkville University. So how do we get into this program? Let's come to the admissions requirement, which is the most crucial one in this film. So the first thing is the same with what she introduced from Yorkville University. We will need firstly the application form and a 150 Canadian dollars application fee. However, since you have been here and collaborated with us, we will be able to waive the application fee for you. And the second thing you will need to provide is the high school transcript and also the high school diploma. We will need the overall GPA to be over 60%. The third one is a little bit of different. So we have a different program requirement as per different programs. For example, for acting, we will require students audition. And for the film production area, we would need a storyboard and movie critique. We could reach out for more information if you have students have the real inquiry, and we could discuss more about it. And there are some additional requirements for international students. The first one, if you're not coming from a first language English speaking country, you will need to provide English proficiency test. In general, Toronto Film School will require an IELTS overall score 6, and also every little brand over 6 as well. But there are differences to acting and writing, where acting requires the speaking to over 7, and for the writing, we requested the writing to be over 7. The fifth one is the valid study permit from Canada. And if you are a protected refugee student, we will request it for the protected refugee letter issued by the government. And the most important thing here as well, we will need a tuition deposit of 7,000 Canadian dollars for international students to secure your seats here, and also for us to issue the letter of acceptance. However, talking about all of this, we're coming to the most, I would say, interesting and appealing part of our programs. For all international students, we will let you to be eligible for international students bursary of 10,000 Canadian dollars bursary. So that will give you a huge deduction to your tuition fee and better supported you to thrive in the creative industry. If you have any questions towards that, please feel free to reach out and also chat in the chat box.
Thank you so much, Jade. And Victor, we finished presenting about our school. Over to you.
Thank you very much. we really appreciate the presentations for both Yorkville University and Toronto Film School. We are going to go to the question and answer phase shortly. I'd just like to say, before we split into our respective question and answer rooms, this is a time for you to ask all of the pressing questions you have. I think I noticed someone in the chat box previously asking for whether there are scholarships. I'm sure you've heard you've heard Chi and you've heard our colleagues saying that there are scholarships available. But if you need more details as regards what it is, if you're interested in the creative arts and you want to actively participate, then this is your chance to ask questions. So basically, before we go to the question and answer, I would like to say that we have webinar on a rolling basis, which means that it is quite consistent. So the idea is when you come for a webinar, if you don't find exactly what you're looking for, you can, of course, we have an active social media team that would consistently listen to your query and provide solutions where necessary. So the idea is for you to look out for whether or not the offers that we have sent in tonight align with what you're looking for. If that's not the case, then we would consistently have sessions where we can attend to that, basically. Yeah, so shortly we're going to have the breakout rooms, and so we're going to get into the questions and answers. So if any of the things shared today intrigues you, this is your chance for you to questions and find out more information as regards what you're on the lookout for. So let's hold out. In a few minutes. We're going to go to the separate breakout rooms and we will begin to ask questions. So how this is going to work, there's going to be a separate room for Yorkville University and Toronto Film School, and there's going to be another room for EU Business School. So if you're interested in EU Business School, you go to the breakout room for EU Business School. And if you're interested in Toronto Film School and Yorkville University, you go to the breakout room for that respective course. So we are going to have 20-25 minutes where you get to ask all the questions you want to ask. And after that, we are going to reunite and bring the meeting to an official close. So yeah, I can see a lot of messages in the chat box. Please save this for for the respective rooms so that you would ask the representatives of the various institutions. So please, let's give at least a minute for the rooms, and then we will go into the separate rooms. So once the room is live, you are going to see it on the top left corner of the screen. So you just click on it and then you log into the room. So please, let's give about 30 seconds. The rooms are going to be live and then we can begin to log into the respective rooms to ask our questions. Okay, sorry, there was a little error in the creation of the rooms. That will be done shortly. So I think we would just attend to a single question before that, and then, okay, I think the rooms are live now. So click on the, when you click on the top left corner of your screen, you're going to see breakout rooms. So just click on the institution that you want to go to, and then you would have access to the representative. So the representative of the various institutions, you can join the rooms that are tagged with your institution's name, so that everybody who is interested in your institution, they can come into those rooms and ask questions. So please, we're going to do that for the next 20-25 minutes. You have leverage to maximize that time in answering all the questions that everybody who comes into this room has. So please, you can give as much detailed information as possible as regards their questions, if they have any doubt about the city, about whatever it is. So please feel free, ask your questions, and then we'll come back to the main room after this to bring the closing finalities. So once again, it's the top left corner of your screen. You would see breakout rooms. So click on that and then log into any of the rooms you're interested in. If you're interested in EU Business School, you click on the breakout rooms, go to EU Business School. If you're interested in Toronto Film School, Yorkville University, click on the breakout rooms and go to that room. Thank you. See you in 20-25 minutes.
Recording in progress. I'm so
It's fine. It's okay. Yes, so brought the link for PhD program. Go ahead and your research on this link. If you have any questions, please feel free to let us know. Yeah, so I see that you recently joined. Yeah, how's everything? Do you have any questions for us? Oh, questions. Yes, go ahead. Can you unmute yourself?
Hello, everybody. Once again, if you are interested in any of the platforms, any of the schools, please click on the top left corner of your screen. You will see the breakout rooms. Go into those rooms and ask your questions, because currently there's nothing going on here. Everybody is in the breakout rooms. So please, let's do that. Click on the top left corner of your screen. You will see the breakout rooms. You choose either EU Business School or Yorkville University. So any of them you go into, you will see the representatives there. They are currently answering the questions of the participants. So please go into any of those rooms, ask your questions. At the end of the breakout room, we would all unite here to do the closing formalities. So you are only expected to be here if you do not have any questions to ask. But if you have questions to ask, please go to one of the breakout rooms and ask your questions so that at the end of the question session, we'll bring the entire meeting to a close. Thank you.
We're going back to
I don't know why they chose me. Could have been any of us. All I know is I trusted them and they trusted me. And so. Everyone give me your gems. We can still put it together. We can still work. Cece's gone, Raya. We don't have a magic. It's not about her magic. It's about trust. What? That's why it works. That's why we can do it too. By doing the one thing Sisu wanted us to do, what my mom wanted us to do, to finally trust each other and fix this.
Oh. Oh my God, oh. Stretching. Oh.
Time 9:16. 9:16.
Welcome back, everybody. The breakout rooms are over officially. I think we've exhausted the time frames allotted to the breakout rooms. So welcome back. We're going to give a minute for everybody to be added back to the main room, and then we'll do the closing formalities and be done for tonight. So I hope you were able to ask all the questions that you have, because it's quite important that you understand what this entails, so that you would have a working knowledge while Scovers Education works on getting all your applications into the system. The application is not as complicated as it looks, basically, when you have people who have quality experience working on getting it for you. So let's give a minute for everybody in the breakout room to join in, and then we will be done for today. So 1 minute.
Hello, Victor and Scoover team. We finished with our breakout room and we are back here in the main room. Yeah, we are waiting for your guidance. What should we do next? Please let us know. If you want us to support in anything else, please, just let us know. We are here.
Okay, Chi, thank you very much. Welcome to the closing formalities. So basically what this is about is to give a general perspective on how the whole application process is going to be. So like I said previously, the whole essence of having this session today is to have us furnished with the right knowledge so that the application process can be straightforward. The application process can be easy. I want us to be on the same page, and that's basically why we have these webinars from time to time, so that we can be on the same page, so that when the application begins, we will not at any point not see eye to eye. So please, as a reminder, when you come back into the main room, put your microphones on mute so that we can finish with the closing formalities and be done for the night. So shortly, we're going to share our WhatsApp contacts in the chat box. Many of you are already familiar with that number. Our team has been keeping in touch with you on WhatsApp. After tonight, we are going to have extensive conversations with you on WhatsApp to know what your decision is, to furnish you with further details. So if there were questions that you were not able to find answers to in the session tonight, please pen them down and send them to us on WhatsApp. We will not be able to answer questions this night, even though we are going to share our contact details tonight. So every question that you have should be pended till tomorrow at 10 a.m. That's when office opens officially. So you can send in the questions, but I'm trying to say response will not come in until 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. So let's do well. Send in questions, and if you do not have questions, if you're already certain on what you want to do, if it's EU Business School you want to apply to, for example, what you just do is to send, I am interested in EU Business School. I'm interested in this campus in Germany. I'm interested in Switzerland. I'm interested in Spain. What do I need to do to start? So any of our education specialists that are on ground at that point in time would get you furnished with the right knowledge on how to begin your application. So in the case of, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ms. Modupe, for sharing the contact. So if you check the chat box, you would realize that our WhatsApp line has been shared. So please take note of that number, because most of our conversations with you are going to be from that number. That's how you get induced into the system. At some point, we'll begin to communicate with you by mail, but our conversation starts on our WhatsApp chat. This is where you get to have an extensive interaction with our WhatsApp, our team, our social media team, where they get to furnish you with all the right knowledge on how to begin. And then when we begin and we progress in the application process, we would move our conversations to email. Yeah, when things get really serious, we go to the mail. Yeah, so please take note of the number. Please do well to type the number better. It's very valid. Do well to type it better. Like, if it's not identifying the number in your device, you can put +2347026870997. So if it doesn't work this way, you add the country code. I believe that will work better. So please take note of the number. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Christian. That's very much appreciated. He has helped us put the +234 in front. So if you're having issues of the number not being recognized, you can easily copy the number and send in your message. So please take note. We will not reply to messages tonight. Our replies are going to begin first thing at the open of office tomorrow. So send in your questions, send in your interest, and we are going to begin to apply. Take note, there are several perks that comes with applying through Scovers Education. I'm sure most of you in your separate rooms, I got to participate a bit. Louis will tell you, you're supposed to do this, but because you're applying through Scovers, this is going to be off. All of those things. There are a lot of benefits that are accrued. It's in the process of application you will get intimated with many of the opportunities that come with sending the application for you. It can be quite confusing at some point if you try to navigate these pathways alone, but we've done this consistently for over 14 years, so we should be able to guide you properly. Thank you very much to the representatives of Yorkville University and Toronto Film School, Chi and I think Fang. Thank you. I hope I got that right. Thank you very much. Your presentation was superb. You did excellent in the breakout rooms. I got to listen in for a bit. And also thank you very much to Louis from EU Business School. He has always been available for sessions like this whenever we needed him. Thank you very, very much for finding time to be here tonight. And I trust indeed that this is going to lead to a lot of fruitful conversions and that would have a lot of cause to do more of this in the future. So, like I said, if you did not find what you're looking for, pay attention to our social media handles. Scovers, basically Scovers Official, that's for Instagram. Scovers Education on Facebook. Pay attention to our social media handles for further webinars that we're going to have later in the month and then in subsequent months. And you'll probably find what you're looking for. But if what we've conversed about tonight is what you're on the lookout for, please reach out to us as soon as possible and we'll begin your application process. Note that the earlier you apply, the better for you because there are a lot of opportunities that are attached to early birds generally in the application process. Yeah, so the whole scholarship thingy, you should know that it's not flat out available at all times. Of course, if people apply earlier, they will get more substantial opportunities than those who apply later on. So thank you very much. I hope you have taken note of the number. This is where we bring the meeting tonight to an end. Thank you very much to the representatives of the university. Thank you very much to every other person who made out time to be here. We appreciate your presence. We say thank you very much. And we hope that you got the value that you're on the lookout for. Have a great night's rest. See you on WhatsApp.
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening. Thank you for having me. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Louis. Good night. Thank you, Jade.
Thank you, team. Thank you, everyone. Good night. Bye.
Have a great night, Ren.
You don't have any spare one. Oh, this thing's also dead. And I think it's not that okay. I think that's pretty. I don't know. Hold on. There's no that one. There's no. I think you still have like that too. I don't know where they are. That's fine. Check now. The fan is there. Did you not use it in the morning? Yeah. When? You use this fan today now. Yeah. The fan was not with you. This is not person. It's what? That's normal. Good.